All right, welcome to game two. Monarch is joining me in the booth this time. Pars has retired, apparently. He's done after game one. Monarch, how we doing tonight?
Doing well, doing well. Excited for this matchup.
Yeah, so last game we saw, complete shock to the RFCL world. Number 10 takes out number 3, and it really wasn't close all game. The score is closer than what it really was. UCA dominated that game from start to finish, but this one, Georgetown versus Coastal, two teams. Georgetown's more defensive base. Coastal has not really found its identity this season after making the Natty last season. So I don't know. It's just kind of wait and see thing for Coastal.
Yeah, it really is an identity crisis right now out there, Coastal Carolina. Wonder if they're going to make a switch at quarterback or not. But really interested to see this matchup. I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair.
All right, well, we're going to head to Georgetown for pregame interviews. Yeah. Coach Vicey, Coach Orff Trigger's not here, so you guys are filling in. How we doing tonight?
Good. We're feeling good about tonight. Hopefully we can get out for a win, and yeah.
So,
Hopefully,
oh yeah, go ahead, Orff.
game. Hopefully, the game goes different than the setup.
That's probably good. That's probably a good thing we're trying to get. Anyway, Vicey, last time Trigger wasn't here, you were like a second away from winning that game. You were into the very end. How Coastal hasn't really found their identity this season. How are you going to keep from doing that tonight?
I think rookie mistakes are a bad thing that we should avoid because Trigger has the experience with the controller. We don't, so we can't be making mistakes. And basically, we just got to stick to what we do, and maybe we'll get out for win.
Mark.
Yeah, I mean, just really thinking about your team here. You guys are really stacking up the sacks. Is there anything that you guys are keying on tonight on the other side of the ball to try and get some more?
No, we're just defense is just gonna try and be as it usually is, hopefully, and we're gonna adjust to what they show us. So
All right. Well, we're going to head over to Coastal's interviews, and good luck tonight. We'll see you all at halftime.
thank you. See you.
And Monarch, getting some interesting news. Coastal will not be taking pregame interviews tonight. You're refusing to meet with the media before the game. They released a statement, as you can see on your screen if I share it with you. Yeah, Coastal locked in tonight, wanting to make sure they get the job done.
Wow. Keeping it short and sweet for us. They're not messing around tonight. I think they're really ready, and I think they're gonna try and put on a show tonight.
Yeah, I would agree with that. As we are, got the coin toss, and we will see what they can do tonight. Um, yeah, like I said, we had the upset to begin tonight. Central Arkansas upper Iowa, as you see at the bottom of your screen. Now we have Coastal trying to get the first win of the season against Georgetown, who is 1-1 on the year.
Yeah, and Georgetown, without Trigger tonight, we're going to be interested to see what really happens on offense. I'm not saying Orphis doesn't call the plays, but I think Trigger has a very big influence on both offense and defense. And it'll be interesting to see if there's any tendency differences from before.
Yeah, we'll see as they're making some formation subs. Don't see a lot of teams do this, but Vicey and Orff really going for it tonight on offense.
Yeah, and one thing I did notice here is the teal on teal uniforms with the teal uh, field is an
It's
interesting
interesting. It's
choice.
interesting. Yeah, it is. But yeah, we are underway from sure what part of Carolina they're from, but we're gonna say Coastal
It's
Carolina. Conway, that's right.
Conway, Carolina.
Yeah. As Michael Taylor returns to around the 20-yard line, where Coastal, like we said, changing their offensive identity tonight with the 1st and 10.
Yeah, and coming out with a really wide set. This is going to be fun here tonight, boys. Let's strap in.
All right, 1st and 10 for Coastal. This is a division game. And a big one for both teams. Coastal trying to avoid going 0-2 in the division. Georgetown trying to go 2-0 and be in a driver's seat in the East. Which Hoffman back to pass and immediately loses 7 yards, 2nd and 17 for Coastal Carolina.
And it looked like the left tackle. Oh, actually, looking at that, they had everybody lined up there. That was just a beautiful play from the defense.
Yeah, blindside blitz, and Hoffman did not see it. And Coastal's backed up, 2nd and 17 now.
And this is what we've been seeing with Hoffman, just not able to really make any sort of sensibility plays. We know he's a freshman out there, not able to really get his feet out from underneath him, do anything with it.
Yeah. 2nd and 17 from inside the 15. Hoffman back to pass again, fires down the field. This time, it's dropped, had a man, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and 17 for Coastal Carolina.
And put him in a 3rd and long there. That was a tough drop. Looked like he had it for a moment, but credit again to the defense with another tough play.
3rd and 17 now for Coastal Carolina. Not the opening drive that the Chanticleers would have wanted. And needing a big play here to keep this drive alive from the 14. Hoffman giving audibles to the right side. Now is ready. Play action pass. Looking down the field. Going to launch it down the field. It's intercepted at the 23. And he's got... he didn't get any blocks. But he is tackled inside the 20-yard line. And this is a disaster for Georgetown.
Absolute disaster play there. Hoffman just, once again, not having the awareness in the pocket and just throwing the ball out there to nobody.
There was really... triple coverage on a receiver. Not what you want there from Hoffman. And Georgetown's at the 17 to begin their first possession of the game. 1st and 10, handoff to Marino up the middle. Marino finds his way past the first line, gets 9 yards, 2nd and 1 for Anthony Marino.
Anthony Marino always falling forward, 2nd
and 1 now inside the 10-yard line for Georgetown.
And Coastal needs to really strap in here and try and limit them to a field goal. This is such a tough spot to be in. But if you hold them to a field goal here, you got to feel really good about yourself. So just, mentally get focused, get lined up right.
Triple option set for Georgetown. And Abba Yosef keeps it, gets 4 yards. 1st and goal for Georgetown.
And it looked like for a moment he was in the clear. And even with the pitch at the end, maybe in the clear. But great game by Abba Yosef and great play call.
1st to go from the 4-yard line. Georgetown trying to make a early statement here. Go up 7-0 from the 6. Phil McCracken lined up in the backfield with Abba Yosef and Marino. It's going to be a play action pass. Yosef looking down the field, trying to find something. Nothing coming open. Going to fire, throws it away at the back of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
And probably a smart play to get rid of the ball after holding on to it for a minute there. But it looked like he had a lane.
Yeah, he did.
Just pulled it down.
2nd and goal for Georgetown now from the 6. Also trying to force a field goal here or a turnover, whichever one they can get at this point. But trying to have the bend, don't break mentality.
Definitely. Like we said earlier, if they were able to hold them to a field goal here, you got to feel really good about yourself. So let's see what they can do.
Joseph under center. Cracking a motion from right to left. Now he's headed to the pitch on the left side. Yep, Marino trying to get outside. He does. Gets to the 1-yard line. Touchdown, Georgetown. And they take a lead here.
Anthony Marino able to get to the edge there. And once again, always falling forward. Anthony Marino.
And 2 minutes into the game, Georgetown starts up 7-0.
And just an incredible start there from offense and defense. We had our questions going into this, whether Trigger, whether him not being there was going to be a huge deficit, but so far so good.
From the 35, the kickoff is away. Coastal starting with the ball, already down 7-0. That's just going to be returned from the end zone. Michael Taylor trying to get some blocks, gets to the 21-yard line.
And Coastal, just try and get some positive yards here. Stay on schedule. I know they want to get maybe a little pass happy, but you got to remember that you got to have some sort of balance in this league for sure.
1st and 10 for Coastal now from the 22. Two receivers to each side for the Chanticleers. It's going to be a run, and Edenfield only gets 3 yards, 2nd and 7 for Coastal.
And just another tremendous lineup play for the defense. They're able to crash and limit him to 3 yards. Falling forward, but, look, they almost got him in the backfield.
From the 25 now, 2nd and 7, same formation for Coastal Carolina. Georgetown plays up, Hoffman back to pass. Fires a corner routes, man, a wide open first down. Camden Robinson, 14 yards.
And that was a beautiful pass there from Hoffman across the long side of the field.
As we're watching a replay here, Hoffman finding a receiver on the right side, wide open. After coming off the interception, the last pass he attempted, 1st and 10 now for Coastal. He's back to pass again. Georgetown brings some pressure, has the man to tie it in. Jaquan DeVinny Jr. gets 7 yards.
And another play where he was just in rhythm, just dropped straight back and made the read and launched it in there. Beautiful play by Hoffman.
2nd and 3, Hoffman back to pass again. Pressure coming. Yes, he throws the ball. Has the man wide open down the field. He's at 30, 25, 20. Caught from behind, but Camden Robinson at 38 yards.
And that's 3 in a row now for Hoffman. Look out.
1st and 10 for Coastal inside the red zone at the, I think the 17-yard line. 17-yard line. Hoffman back to pass once again. Looking down the field, nothing coming open. It hits the bounce route and only gets around a yard.
And I don't dislike that at all. Check down, nothing was open downfield. Let's look at this replay of the last long pass, though.
Yeah, I mean, Hoffman just a perfect pass deep down the field as he almost gets hit.
And stood in there, really stood in there for the hit, right?
Yeah, 100%. 2nd and 9 from the 15-yard line. Hoffman back to pass again. Offense does a great job with the blocks, but it runs out of time and he throws it away.
And see, that's the issue a little bit with Hoffman. Not able to really do too much with his feet. So once the play breaks down, especially down in the red zone here, you limit yourself with what you can get.
3rd and 9 from the 15-yard line for Coastal Carolina. 3:47 left to go here in the first quarter. Hoffman giving autos bunch set on the left side for the Chanticleers. Lone receiver at the top of your screen. Now they switch it up, and he's going to be bunched on the right side. They flip the play. 5 seconds on the play clock. It's still a 3rd and 9. Hoffman giving audibles 2 seconds. He's back to pass, looking down the field, going to fire, knocked away, but it's going to be caught. Oh, it's dropped! Oh, my what goodness. A turn of events there.
Wow, and let's see this again.
we gotta watch it.
Just a great play from the defensive line, getting their hands up here.
Field goal is good for Coastal if you're watching the replay. It's probably going to be a first down for Coastal if Enfield hangs on. But it's 7-3 here.
Yeah, that would have been 1st and goal there. First and goal inside the 5, maybe.
Kick is away for Coastal. First return for Georgetown will be needed in the end zone as Georgetown tries to get their first true offensive possession.
But a great answer there from Coastal, driving down the field, able to get 3 points. They just need to get a couple stops here on defense, stop the momentum a little bit more.
From the 25, Coastal coming out in a 4-4 splits. Georgetown trying to keep the offensive success they had last time out. They started the short field. 1st and 10 for the Hoyas. Yosef under center, McCracken in motion. Now he settles, handoff Marino. Marino gets through the first line, gets 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
And Anthony Moreno is just getting these chunk plays, 7, 8, 6, 9 yards. Keep feeding Anthony Moreno.
2nd and 3 for Georgetown from the 32-yard line. Yosef backs up, goes to the shotgun. 2 receivers each side for the Hoyas. Man in motion. It's going to be another keeper by Yosef. Yosef has some green grass. Gets to the 45, 50, 45, 40. Will Coastal cheat him down? Yes, they will. 41-yard rush by Abba Yosef, and it's 1st and 10 Georgetown.
Beautiful read there by Abba Yosef. Just finally kept it there. Out of the motion, too.
Yeah, just a lot of, I guess not green grass, teal grass. But Abba Yosef with a big run gets Georgetown near the 25-yard line. Under center is Yosef once again. He's back to pass this time, looking, fires quickly, caught, only for 3 yards. Phil McCracken 3 yards.
And a quick read from Yosef, but I don't dislike that at all. Just keep getting yards here.
2nd and 7 now for Georgetown.
And Coastal as well in their bend don't break mentality.
Mm-hmm.
This is all right. Just try and hold them to a field goal right here now. If you get a stop right here, brings up a 3rd and long.
2nd and 7 from the 25-yard line. 3 receivers to the right side for Georgetown. Yosef back to pass once again, looking down the field. He almost hit as he throws. It's intercepted at the 17 by Coastal Carolina, looking for a block. Gets tackled at the 27-yard line, but Coastal gets a turnover back.
And maybe an ill-advised pass, but with the man in his face there. Not sure if he didn't see the defender or not, but just a beautiful play overall from Coastal on defense.
Yeah, I mean, great play by the corner there for Coastal Carolina. And now they have a chance to go take their first lead of the game. From the 27-yard line, 2 receivers each side for the Chanticleers. It's going to be a RPO, and it doesn't really work. Loses 2 yards, this Coastal. 2nd and 12.
And an interesting play call there. It looked like the man who was streaking down the field potentially. Not sure if he made the right read with the pass.
2nd and 12 now for the Chanticleers. Down 4 as we're pushing into the first quarter from the 25-yard line. Same formation for Coastal Carolina. Hoffman back to pass. Corner blitz coming from both sides. Hoffman gets rid of it. It's almost intercepted at the 38.
Oh, and an ill-advised throw there from Hoffman. It looked like the running back maybe outside. I thought he was going for, but that outside cut was covered.
Yeah, Hoffman had a man down the field. Well, he had the running back on a wheel for sure, but threw it to the wrong guy, and it's 5 wide for Coastal Carolina on a 3rd and 12 from their own 25. Hoffman back to pass again. Fires quickly, intercepted at the 30.
Ooh.
And this time he gets free. Needs 1 block. It's going to be a pick 6 for Georgetown, and they're going to go up 14-3. Cooper Dale with the pick 6.
And in my mind, in that play, I was thinking about Georgetown's pass rush on a long 3rd and long, but just incredible coverage. Oh.
And, I mean, Coastal got some momentum back and gave it right back to Georgetown with a pick 6. Our score's 14-3, 1:46 to go.
Wow, what an answer from Georgetown after giving up their own interception there, getting that pick 6. And defensively, they are now +4 on the year for turnovers. So they're just, eating up the turnovers against whoever they play.
I think they are 1st and 10 for Coastal now. Now down 11 after throwing a pick 6. What does Coastal offense do? They've tried to do air raid. That's their new offensive scheme apparently, and it really hasn't worked.
I really feel they need to incorporate the run, right? They got to do something differently. This is just not working to the extent they want.
Hand off to Edenfield. Edenfield tries to get outside, only gets 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for Coastal Carolina.
But still, though, that's all right. The 4-yard gain there, keeping it on schedule, right, puts you in a better position than sitting at 3rd and long, 2nd and long, right?
2nd and 6 for Coastal Carolina from the 29-yard line. 3 receivers to the left side for the Chanticleers. Hoffman back to pass again. Fires a check down route. Gets 4 yards. Gavin Stokes makes it a 3rd and 2.
And once again, I don't dislike it there. Maybe if he had gotten the ball out a little bit quicker, because Gavin Stokes was just sitting there waiting for it. But puts him in a really good position once again here in 3rd and short.
3rd and 2 now for Coastal from their own 33-yard line. It's a 5-wide set for Hoffman. He's back to pass. Corner blitz coming. Hits. He throws. Yep. Gets it off. And I think that's Camden Robertson gets 8 more yards. 1st and 10 Coastal.
And Robertson is just adding to his already impressive game so far here in the first quarter.
First 3rd down conversion for Coastal Carolina on the day. As just a simple in route for Robertson, and he gets the 1st down.
And you got to hand it to Hoffman. He's standing in there.
He's back to pass once again. 1st and 10, looking down the field. Nothing coming open. He's sacked, loses 9 yards. 2nd and 19 now.
Mayor Glanton on that one, just able to take on just a 3-man rush, or 4-man rush, excuse me.
2nd and 19 now for Coastal Carolina. Hoffman back to pass once again. Fires quickly, has a man. It's caught for 13 yards. Robertson once again. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Coastal down 11 with the 3rd and 6.
A big third down coming up here for both sides. You know, Georgetown has a real chance here to put their foot down.
Yeah, they do. 3rd and 6 now for Coastal. At the 46-yard line. Infield in the backfield.
Might be 4-down territory.
I was thinking the same thing. Hoffman back to pass. Looking. Fires quickly. Has a man corner route. Robertson once again 20 yards.
And Robertson again with a tremendous play. That corner route has been there all day for him.
Just a nice toe tap catch for Coastal Carolina. And Hoffman once again converts a 3rd and long. Oh, we have a review as we're watching the replay. I think he got his feet in based on that replay.
Yeah, I think he definitely did. It might have even been 2 feet in.
Yeah, he definitely got him in. That will stand.
Wait, did he complete the catch?
I think so.
All right.
Play stands.
Yeah, Robertson.
Yep, Robertson, go ahead.
No, Robertson just once again just able to get the separation he wants here. They need to keep going back to that well.
They do, and Coastal finding some success. Just need to sustain the success on offense.
You got to be worried though the amount of hits that Hoffman's taken so far.
From the 34, the scoreboard on the right side where the down mark is supposed to be is blending in with the turf. You can barely see it. Hoffman back to pass. We're lagging. I have no idea what's happening. It's a 3-yard reception by Gavin Stokes.
And we'll take his word for it, folks.
Yep, I guess.
The teal blur set into effect there, and we just saw whatever we wanted to see. But Gavin Stokes with a great catch, and 31-yard line now.
From the 31, 2nd and 7 for Coastal Carolina. I would take a bet this is probably going to be a pass. It is. Hoffman back to pass. Pressure coming. Quick throw. Gets it to the 20-yard line. Push out of bounds. Gavin Stokes another 16 yards.
Hoffman again standing in and taking another big hit.
From the 15, Coastal goes to the hurry up. Hoffman back to pass. Looking, fires quickly. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina to Quan Divinity Jr. Gets in the end zone.
And Hoffman now able to feel like he has some confidence behind himself. Look out to see what he does for the rest of the game.
Watch the replay. Extra point is up and good. It's 14-10. So we're watching the tight end rumble in the end zone, and it's back to a 4-point game.
You may have almost feel like he's taken their best hit so far, and he's like, well, I can keep going. So really excited to see what he can do.
Turn from about 2 yards deep. Looking for some blockers. Gets to past the 25-yard line. Keel Gates, 28 yards. And Georgetown has the ball at the 26, now up 4.
And let's see if Coastal can get a quick stop here. Not to be rooting for him, but looking at this situation, they are in a good spot, I believe. Georgetown has played well so far, but I once again just think that without Trigger there, we may get into certain situations that they aren't prepared for.
We'll see. Handoff from Reno. Keeper by Yosef. And looks like a decent reach. 6 yards for Abby Yosef, 2nd and 4.
And Abby Yosef, very dangerous with his feet, so I don't dislike him keeping the ball, but I don't want him to take so many hits. You can slide there, my friend.
2nd and 4 now for Georgetown at their own 31-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side. 2 backs out for Abba Yosef. It's a QB draw. He bounces outside, only gets a yard, and it's 3rd and 3 now for Georgetown.
It looked like he had a lane there for a second, but kind of bounced off his own lineman, and Coastal was able to just gobble him up in the backfield.
Yep. 3rd and 3 for Georgetown. And it's a big play here for both sides. Coastal trying to get off the field.
Force a 3rd down stop. Potentially go try to take the lead for the first time from the 33-yard line. Bunt set on the right side for Georgetown. Yosef back to pass. Pressure coming. Hit. Sacked. Didn't even get the throw off. And it's a loss of 7, 4th and 9 for Coastal.
And a great call, bringing the pressure straight off the side there. Big play from Coastal Carolina.
As it's going to be a punt formation coming out for Georgetown. They're watching the replay. He just had no time. Didn't even get it off. Punt is away for Georgetown. Coastal will have a chance to get some yards here. Needs some blockers, and Michael Taylor doesn't get very much. Gets 10 yards. Coastal with the 1st and 10.
In good field position, though, at their own 43-yard line. Look out. Coastal Carolina's figuring it out here. And Hoffman, if he's able to keep taking these hits, look out.
Yeah, yeah. Hoffman showing he's a different quarterback tonight. Hoffman fires quickly over the middle. It's caught by Gavin Stokes again. 8 more yards for Stokes. It's a 2nd and 2 past midfield.
Man, these wide receivers now are starting to feel good about themselves.
2nd and 2. Hoffman back to pass. Corner blitz coming. It's intercepted at the 44-yard line. And a disaster for Hoffman. After getting some momentum, he throws it right away.
And respectfully so, he should be upset there. Look at him throwing his arms after the interception. Just not sure where he was going with that one.
Yeah, the safety just sat there, and Hoffman made a bad decision. And Georgetown gets another turnover when Coastal's chance to go take the lead. And they're near midfield, up 4 with 4 minutes to go. It's a RPO, and it's a fumble out of bounds.
Maybe it slipped out of his hand.
It's a loss of 9 yards. I'm not sure what happened there. We're going to take another look there.
Was that going forward? Well, he just went backwards anyway with it, so it doesn't matter. But, geez.
I think the receiver over there was supposed to stay on an RPO, and
did it doink off the running back's helmet?
I don't know. But it's now at the 2nd and 19 for Georgetown. And it's going to be a handout to Marino on the counter. Marino goes backwards. And just like that, it's a 3rd and very, very long for Georgetown.
And, man, what a big play that ended up being there after the interception. Putting themselves in really tough situation here.
3rd and 21 for Georgetown now. They're getting a massive turnover. Yosef back passes the screen, and the screen is absolutely blown up. Minus 16 yards for Georgetown on this drive. And they're going to punt it away.
And it looks like the Coastal Carolina defense has figured out something here. That was 3 plays in a row where they really did whatever they wanted on defense after that turnover. Kudos to them.
Punt is away for Georgetown, and Coastal gets the ball back very quickly. And Mark Tubbs going to fair catch it as no one was down there to block. And Coastal's ball 3.5 to go.
He better fair catch that.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for Coastal Carolina now. Take Hoffman get back in the rhythm. 3 interceptions already in the first half for Hoffman.
And still within a 1-possession game here. And, you wonder if they're going to start running the ball a little bit more.
One of those was even a pick 6. So really, your defense is only giving up 7 points. It's the read option. Hoffman this time keeps it. He's going to get himself 14 yards.
He's a pocket passer, but for being that, he looked pretty good on that.
Yeah, now at the 40-yard line, Georgetown out of position. It's going to be another handoff. Edenfield gets 4 yards. 2nd and 6 now for Coastal.
And I don't know if they don't keep this option keep the option available to themselves here going forward with Hoffman. That's a good way to get him hot after having so many interceptions as well. I can't imagine that he's feeling too good about his arm right now. So
probably not. 2nd and 6 for Hoffman. And Coastal Carolina, he's back to pass, looking, fires over the middle. That is Camden Robertson with another 4-yard reception and a 3rd and 2 for Coastal.
And now the whole playbook is opening up here now for 3rd and 2. Hopefully they get a little bit creative now.
3rd and 2 for Chanticleers at the 48-yard line. And it's the same formation I think they've run the same formation on 3rd down all the time. Outside run, not going to work against Georgetown, and he loses 3 yards, 4th and 5. And they're going for it. No hesitation. They're going for it.
Oh, wow. It looked like he had a lane there in the middle, but just kept going outside with it and nowhere to go.
From their own 45-yard line, 4th and 5 for Coastal Carolina.
There's a big play call here with 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the first half.
Hoffman back to pass, 5 middle. It's going to be caught. Does he hang on? He does. 1st and 10 Coastal.
And it looked like they were ripping hard at that ball, seeing if it was going to pop out, but he was able to hold on to it.
After they were past midfield now for Coastal, they try to take the lead before the end of half. Georgetown does get the ball to start the second half from Georgetown's 46-yard line. 1st and 10 as we're watching the replay. Now it's 1st and 10 for Coastal. Bunched out on the right side. 1:40 to go here. Hoffman back to pass. Looking, fires another out route, and it's incomplete.
Is that Bobby Boucher on the Georgetown defense?
I think it is. I think it is.
He was going for that ball.
2nd and 10 for Coastal now. From the 46. Hoffman back to pass. Corner blitz is picked up, and he throws it in the dirt. And it's 3rd and 10 now for Coastal.
And that's 2 in a row there where he kind of short-armed it. Wonder if something's going on with Hoffman here. After having so much success in the air with his arm earlier.
From the 46-yard line now, 3rd and long for Coastal, needing to pick this up. They're not in field goal range. I'm pretty sure they don't want to waste their last 4th down attempt here. Hoffman fires, and it's dropped. Had a man that probably would have been close to a 1st down, but it's incomplete. And I think Coastal, they're going to go for it again.
They're going to do it again.
Wasting their final 4th down attempt, barring losing in the 4th quarter. They're going for it here. 4th and 10 now for Coastal from Georgetown's 46-yard line.
1:26 in the 2nd quarter.
I think they're checking to make sure they haven't gone over. They're good. They checked. They're good. 4th and 10. Double stack formation for Coastal Carolina. 10 seconds on the play clock. Maybe this is a bluff. Maybe they're not going to run a play here. Maybe they're going to take a delay game. Nope, they're snapped at 4th and 10. Hoffman back to pass. Fires around. It's not the route they were looking for. And Coastal Carolina loses 6 yards on 4th down.
And an ill-advised play there from Hoffman as the pocket was breaking down, it seemed.
And Georgetown gets a turnover on downs.
It looked like he
Oh,
I think he could have stepped around the pocket too and had some more time.
Yeah, potentially. 1st and 10 now for Georgetown. It's going to be a handout to Marino. Marino only gets around 2 yards. Timeout Coastal.
Yeah, and once again, if Coastal, their defense has been playing really well here, so I don't dislike that call, but like we were saying, going for it and using all of your 4th down opportunities there, that's going to be a tough one to come back from.
2nd and 8 now, 1:18 to go for Georgetown. Play action pass, gets us to his tight end, breaks off 4 tackles, and is tackled for a 7-yard reception.
Get off Ace Mounts.
Ace Mounts with a big 7-yard reception. Now makes it a 3rd and 1 for Georgetown at Coastal's 39-yard line.
It's like a triple option coming for the Hoyas here. They're going to run some clock, make sure Coastal's getting a chance. Handoff, and it goes nowhere. Derrick Henry, the freshman, loses 2 yards, 4th and 3.
Braden Lancaster with a huge play in the backfield on Derrick Henry one-on-one. Not many times you hear that.
Georgetown's not going to go for a 4th down with a 4th and 3. What can Coastal get off the field here and have a chance to potentially go score before half once again from Coastal's 41-yard line, 4th and 3. 3 receivers to the left side for Georgetown.
Big play call here.
Now they flip it 4th and 3. 3 receivers on the right side now. And, of course, now it's freezing the wrong time. Yosef back to pass. 5 to the middle. It's going to be caught. 1st down for Georgetown. Skylar Wayne, 10 yards.
In a really beautifully diagnosed play there from Abba Yosef. Switching the play. Getting where he wanted his players. getting that inside leverage.
1st and 10, handoff to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry gets 8 yards, 2nd and 2 for Georgetown.
And that's more the Derrick Henry that we know. He saw somebody in front of him. He said, you know what? I'm going right at you.
I think Georgetown might just think about settling for 3 here. It's going to be a designed QB run. Yosef gets the first down, and timeout Georgetown.
And that's a shame because it looked like they may have had time to get another play off if he was able to go down a little bit earlier.
Field unit's coming out. Kick is up. Kick is good. I thought he missed that for a second.
I thought he did that too.
And it's 17-10. And, Georgetown probably okay with the lead. They have 3 turnovers. One of them the pick 6, and you're still only up 7.
Yeah, and getting the ball back here after this play, hopefully. Here we go. Yeah, getting the ball back here to start the second half. You got to feel good about what's been happening for Georgetown, for the coaches there.
All right, we're going to head to Georgetown for the interviews. See what they have to say.
Yeah.
Coach Vicey, an interesting first half. 3 forced turnovers, 1 for a pick 6, but you're only up 7. How are we feeling?
Pretty good. We just got stuck in bad coverages a couple times, and we weren't able to call our plays fast enough. So that's basically the only thing holding us back right now. We were a bit indecisive, and it kind of burnt us. But other than that, we're playing pretty well right now.
Monarch?
And Orpheus, is there anything that you're looking to do here in the second half to get Abba Yosef going again? He was really able to break off a few chunk plays there early, but since then has been kind of contained a little bit.
No, I feel like he has been playing well besides that one drive where I called a play just to see if it worked, and it resulted in that fumble behind the line of scrimmage.
Right.
I don't know how that was a fumble.
Towards the end of the half as well.
Well, Vicey, it was a fumble because the pass went backwards.
Yeah, the backwards pass.
Oh,
Became
yeah.
a lateral instantaneously. I thought it maybe went off the running back's helmet or something. Maybe
Yeah.
doinked it. But
I thought they picked it up for a second.
All right, well, anyway, we're going to head over to Coastal, and we'll let you get your second half discussions going on. We'll see you after the end of the game.
Good
All
luck.
right. Thank you.
I think he was throwing 17, maybe.
All right, Coach Gage, after denying media availability to start the game, halftime interviews, how we feel in a half?
I tried to send a message to our team, and it kind of worked, kind of didn't. I mean, we're playing pretty good. Hoffman's not taking care of the football, but some passes that the receivers aren't also catching them that may have resulted in some interceptions. But, I mean, we're playing better. We're able to sling the rock around, which is what I wanted. So we're just trying to put together something to try to make a playoff run. Because what we've done the first 2 weeks didn't work, obviously, so we're trying to find something that does.
Defensively, me personally, I feel like you're playing well. Your offense is giving Georgetown basically 14 points, short field and pick 6. Coach Martin, what's been working against Georgetown here?
I mean, they got 6 completions for like 15 yards, so contain the run and keep doing that on the pass game, and we got to win, right? That's what we're gonna do.
Monarch?
Coach Gage, is there anything in particular that you're looking to do to get Hoffman back on the right foot there? The 3 interceptions, but he still looks like he just wants to go out and sling it and do it. And you guys are just, one play away from tying it up. So is there anything that you're saying to him to try and get his mental game right?
No, we're going to keep slinging it. I mean, I don't think there's nothing I need to say to him. It's more just let him sling it. Because if we quit letting him throw the ball, it's going to affect his mental more than anything I could say to him. So we're just going to let him sling it, try to get some easy pitch and catch stuff. That's what we had working that one drive where we scored. And then just drops have killed momentum in other drives. So we're going to sling the rock around, bring the air raid to Coastal. So
Sounds good.
We're going to head back to the booth. You can get the second half started. We'll see you after the game.
Appreciate it.
Go to replay and reset the scoreboard. All right, well, with that, we're getting the second half started here. Coastal's kicking it away for Georgetown. And Georgetown, scored 10 offensive points there, but really struggled to get anything going. A short field touchdown, a pick six, and a field goal is all they got in the first half.
Yeah, back and forth just with the turnovers on downs, right? Just a really back and forth affair in the first half.
Yep. First and 10 for Georgetown. As Coach Martin said for Coastal, Georgetown's really struggled passing the ball, but I don't think they want them really to. They want them to pass. They don't want to get Marino going. That's Georgetown's big offensive spot as Bo Burton gets 5 yards. Second and 5 now for Georgetown. Still up 7. Have not trailed this game at all. Started with a 14-3 lead, and Coastal has fought back to make it a 7-point game. Second and 5 for Georgetown. It's a quick throw. Coastal brought the pressure, and it's incomplete. Third and 5 for for Georgetown.
In a big third down coming up here to start the game, looking for an early 3 and out for Coastal.
Third and 5 for Georgetown now from the 30-yard line. It's going to be a play-action pass. Yosef rolling out. Throws off the run. He catches it, but it's not going to be a first down. It's going to be 4th and 1. Bo Burton gets 4 yards, not enough for a first down.
And a lot of pressure in the backfield, but it looks like Coastal tripped their own man up. And you thought for a second there that Abba Yosef was going to be able to get the yardage that they needed, but came back across the first down maybe after making the catch.
Coastal forces a 3 and out, and it's going to be a touchback. Whoa, almost stops at the 1 yard line. And Coastal gets a defensive stop they needed. Now let's see if they can finally tie this game. They've had the opportunity to multiple times to take the lead or tie it, just not been able to do it. Hoffman's throwing a pick on every single opportunity.
Yeah, and, once again, on the plays that he has made, they've looked so good that I don't blame Gage for saying that he's just going to keep going to it.
Yeah. First and 10 for Coastal Carolina. It's going to be a handoff, and it goes absolutely nowhere. Second and 12 now for Coastal.
And that Georgetown front 5-ish, right? Front 3-ish, or front 6-ish, just getting the pressure they want.
Second and 12 now for Coastal at the 18-yard line. 3 receivers to the right side for the Chanticleers. And Hoffman's back to pass, looking, fires quickly. It's incomplete. Too far out in front of his receiver. Bobby Boucher was there. And it's 3rd and 12 for Coastal.
Bobby Boucher was there just waiting. And, every time he throws over the middle now, I just get worried a little bit when it's so close to his own end zone. Another pick 6 is just waiting to happen.
Double stack coming out for Coastal now. Seems like this is a very popular formation between all the teams in the RFCL.
Yeah, I've seen this one frequently, yeah.
Yeah. Hoffman back to pass. 3-man rush for Georgetown. Hoffman fires incomplete to absolutely no one. Georgetown forces a 3 and out of their own, and they're going to get the ball back.
And both teams defensively, we were predicting a low-scoring affair, and it so far, not so much, but I think this may be what we're seeing for the rest of the way, potentially, as far as points.
At the 37-yard line by Keel Gates, and Georgetown has it for another first down here. Still up 7.
Yeah, Georgetown has to feel good about getting that stop and putting themselves in good field position.
1st and 10 now for Georgetown. They've get in the end zone, pushes to a 2-score game, bumps set on the left side. Now McCracken comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Marino. Marino bounces outside, only gets a yard though.
Able to make the first man miss, but like you said, only able to get a yard after trying to bounce it outside to get some more.
2nd and 9 for Georgetown now from their own 38-yard line. Marino 6 for 23 with a 1 touchdown on the day. 2 receivers to the left side. Actually, 2 receivers to both sides for Georgetown. 2nd and 9. It's going to be a keeper by Yosef, and everyone goes with Marino. And Yosef gets around 17 yards. 1st and 10 for Georgetown.
And after that first drive, Marino getting the touchdown, it's been all Abba Yosef on the ground.
It really has. Past midfield at the 41-yard line, as we're watching the replay. Just a great read by Joseph. Everyone went with Marino. And it's first 10 for Georgetown.
And when he got to the outside there, I was wondering if he was just going to take it.
2 receivers to each side for Georgetown. It's going to be a direct snap to the running back. And Derrick Henry fights his way, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That was maybe the most impressive 0-yard gain I've seen this season.
Yeah, it has to be. He went from losing, 4 yards to somehow fighting back to get to the original line of scrimmage.
And I don't know if he didn't maybe gain a yard there, too. I think you may have to give him one after that.
Joseph Keeper only gets 2, and that's a 3rd and long for Georgetown, which not a team that you want to have 3rd and longs against.
No, absolutely not. And look out for the pressure here from Coastal Carolina.
3rd and 8, 2 receivers to each side for the Hoyas. They have not completed a 3rd down all night. And Joseph rolling out left side, launches down the field, got a man wide open, and tackled at the 11-yard line, skyway away 36 yards.
What a beautiful play and read from Joseph there. He had all day in the backfield.
From Coastal's 11-yard line, 1st and 10 for Georgetown. It's going to be a collection pass. Joseph fires in the ends and has a man wide open. Touchdown, Keel Gates. It is 24-10.
Wow, and just like that, in 2 plays, Abba Yosef just able to rewrite the narrative of the game.
Kick is good as 24-10, 3:15 to go. So we're watching the replay of the touchdown. Just a missed coverage there in the secondary for Coastal.
And not sure if the play action brought the cornerback up, but just by himself in that back corner.
Need in the end is Michael Taylor. Coastal now down 14, needing to score here to stay in it with 3:15 to go in the 3rd.
And they show Bobby Boucher trotting on the field. This is Bobby Boucher territory, in my opinion. Look out for something.
1st and 10 for Coastal. Georgetown trying to find the defense they want to start this drive in. From the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for Coastal. 2 receivers to each side, running back to the right of Hoffman. He's back to pass on a 1st and 10, looking down the field, nothing coming open. Going to get sacked by his own offensive lineman. 2nd and 15 now.
Yeah, and Hoffman, we were talking earlier about his inability to use his legs. Just coming into play here now.
2nd and 15 for Coastal at their own 20-yard line. Same formation for the Chanticleers. Hoffman giving audibles. And he's back to pass. Pressure coming. Fires quickly to the running back. He gets it out. He's going to fight his way for 9 yards. 3rd and 6 for Coastal.
Yeah, and a really nice play, actually, from Hoffman. Credit again for standing in and taking hits all game.
Key thing is for Coastal is they can't go for him 4th down here. They don't pick up this 3rd down. They've already wasted their 2 for the 1st through 3rd quarter. So, big play here for both teams. Coastal bunched out on the right side. Now, flips the play, bunched on the left side. Devimity Jr. at the top of your screen, Edenfield to the right of Hoffman. Play clock winding down. Hoffman back to pass on a 3rd and 6, looking, launches down the field, has a man. It's going to be knocked away, incomplete. 4th and 6 for Georgetown. Coastal going to have to punt it away.
And a huge play from the Georgetown defense. They were clamped all over those receivers. And credit to them after the switch in the formation and trying to get them misaligned.
Punt will be received for the 25-yard line. Looking for some blockers. Doesn't really get much. Gets around 9 yards. To the 35-yard line. Georgetown up 14 with the ball with 1:52 to go in the 3rd.
And as we see, it hasn't been a huge separation when it comes to yards or 1st downs or anything like that. But if Georgetown goes and scores here, it will definitely be a separation on the scoreboard that may be insurmountable.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line for Georgetown. And Yosef's back to pass. It's the screenplay. He gets hit, but he gets it off. But it's not going to get much. Only actually loses a yard. 2nd and 11 for Georgetown.
A huge hit on Abba Yosef there. Gotta wonder if he's all right after that one.
2nd and 11 for Georgetown from the 35-yard line. Three receivers to the left or right side of the line of scrimmage for Georgetown. It's going to be a handout to Marino. Marino runs to his own man, fights his way for 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now for Georgetown.
And as soon as we were singing the praises and the position of Georgetown, Coastal is still in this. They get a stop here. Still in the game.
At the 39-yard line, 3rd and 7 for Georgetown. 3 receivers to the right side once again. And Georgetown wasting some clock here, trying to limit some possessions. Snap is back. It's going to be handoff to Derrick Henry. And it's going to be a first down. Great play call by Coach Orff there. 11 yards for Derrick Henry.
And the seas parted there for Derrick Henry. And he ran straight through that hole.
2 clock coming out for Georgetown. They're wanting to really waste some time here as we're pushing it into the 3rd quarter. Near midfield is Georgetown. It's a run commit. Yosef's got a man wide open on the field at the 40-yard line and to be tackled at the 43, I believe, so the 4 progress will be stopped. But that'll do for the end of the 3rd quarter.
Georgetown up 14, looking to score again from the 36.
Yeah, and in Coastal Carolina, we've been talking about their bend, don't break defense. This is a time here that you cannot break.
You cannot. First and 10 for Georgetown from the 36. 2 receivers to each side for the Hoyas. Coastal switching up the defensive look here, trying to get set. It's going to be another run. It's almost intercepted by Lancaster, but it's incomplete.
And maybe Lancaster's eyes got big there, seeing all the teal grass once again in front of him.
Yeah, that's probably a pick 6 if he hanged on to that. But it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Georgetown. Rolled out left side is Yosef. He's launching down the field. It's going to have a man over the middle who gets 6 yards. Keel Gate gets to the 30. 3rd and 4 for Georgetown.
And that rollout play we've seen a couple times now be successful for Georgetown. Wouldn't be surprised if we see it again here. Maybe not this play, but later down the line, I'm sure they're going to call it again.
3rd and 4 for Georgetown. 2 receivers to each side. It's going to be another keeper by Yosef. Teal grass in front of him. To the 10-yard line is Yosef. Another 19-yard rush.
And going back to the well there with Abba Yosef. Surprised he doesn't have over 100 yards at this point. 77 seems like it's low based off of what he's been doing so far.
And Monarch, I don't know when this happened, but Coach Trigger has joined the call for Georgetown. So he's in there with the 1st and 10 for Georgetown.
Oh, man. I'm sure he's enjoying himself from what he's seen.
It's dropped in the end zone. Would have been a touchdown for Georgetown, but it's 2nd and 10.
And potentially a big drop here, but it looked like he had it in his hands. Not sure if he just looked up too quickly.
2nd and 10 for Georgetown. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 back set, play action pass. Yosef looking, throws off his back foot, has a man in the front, touchdown,
Anthony Marino, and it's
it looked ill-advised.
Yeah.
Off his back foot across the whole entire field.
And it's 31-10 with 6 minutes to go.
Oh my goodness! What a play by Abba Yosef. He may be putting himself into a little category we call Heisman category from this performance tonight. I mean, this has been impressive.
Yeah, Michael Taylor returns it from the goal line, and he gets to around the 26-yard line. It's a big hit by Georgetown. And it's 1st and 10 for Coastal, now down 21.
Georgetown playing a little angry now. And you got to feel for the Coastal Carolina fans after a tremendous year last year. This season hasn't gone the way that they've really wanted it to so far, but still showing support.
It's going to be a handoff to Michael Taylor, and he's only gets a yard. 2nd and 9 for Coastal.
And Bobby Boucher was just waiting for Michael Taylor there.
2nd and 9, Coastal trying to get something going on offense. Double stack formation for the Chanticleers. Hoffman back to pass, looking down the field. Fires to his running back into triple coverage. No, it's intercepted! Oh, and he's gonna take it to the to the 10. He ruffles to the end zone.
Not only will he do it for you, he'll do it for you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Bobby Boucher.
From the 3-yard line. It's going to be a pitch to Marino, and he's going to walk in the end zone. Oh, no, he's not. Tackle from behind at the 1-yard line.
Credit to Coastal for going for it still here for the shoestring tackle, but oh man.
Georgetown has a chance to break the scoring record here and the largest margin of victory if they're going to get close actually to that. Marino only actually loses 2 yards. Now 3rd and goal for Georgetown.
Yeah, and the Coastal players trying to have some pride here on their home turf.
3rd and goal for Georgetown from the 3-yard line now. It's going to be a handoff blown up. Derrick Henry loses 3 more yards. And Coastal Carolina calling timeouts.
This is not over in their mind, but we may know otherwise.
Oh, no. Okay, we had a little controller disconnection there. And the kick is up. The kick is good for Georgetown. And it is 34-10.
Yeah, just I still can't get over that interception.
I can't either.
That was incredible. That was tremendous. That has to be highlight of the week or
oh yeah,
100%
100%
highlights of the week.
1st and 10 for Coastal, down 24. Like I think Upper Iowa did in their game against Central Arkansas, just trying to find something to give them some hope for next week. As Michael Taylor's actually done for the game with a concussion.
Oh wow!
So
I wish him the best. Hopefully it's not a multiple-week injury.
It's a quick pass by Hoffman. Hoffman gets it to, or Robertson gets it to the 11-yard reception to the 36, 1st and 10 Coastal.
And it's a shame, Robertson, was really getting his number called early and often, but has been quiet maybe since the midway through the 2nd quarter.
1st and 10, Coastal back, or Hoffman makes the pass, fires quickly again to Robertson once again, 6 more yards for him. So we're approaching 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
Not to be insensitive, but going back, maybe a little too late.
Yeah. Hoffman once again back to pass, looking down the field, fires quickly to, I think that's Robertson once again. He's going to get another 7 yards, 1st and 10 for Coastal.
And 3 in a row, Robinson. You wonder if maybe on the sidelines he was saying something to the coaches to just get him the ball.
Yeah, he's been basically the only offense tonight for Coastal. Hoffman once again drops back, has a man. This time it's not Hoffman, but it's Jaquan DeVinny Jr. who caught the touchdown earlier, and it's 1st and 10 for Coastal once again.
I'm able to get some rhythm here. You wonder if they should have just kept going to the hurry up earlier in the game.
1st and 10 for Coastal Carolina, looking to the sidelines, Hoffman, and now he's ready. Under center. It's going to be a run to Edenfield. Only gets a yard. 2nd and 9 for Coastal Carolina.
And they're trying to mix up the play calling here, but, there's just so limited time left. I don't know if inside runs are what you should be doing, but credit to them trying to find something here. Trying to find some identity, once again, on offense.
2nd and 9 for Coastal. 3 minutes to go here. Trying to get in the end zone here late in the game. Haven't scored since the 2nd quarter, I believe.
Oh, wow. And to say this for a second, I think Georgetown is +9 now, or +10 in the turnover margin on the season.
Hoffman play action. Has a man behind defense. Caught. Touchdown. Taj Williams gets on the board. 34 yards. And I know Coach is going to go for 2 here. Probably going to cut this replay short.
Beautiful strike from Hoffman in rhythm.
We'll get the replay off as he's launching it down the field. I mean, just.
Ooh, what a tight window.
Yeah. 2-point conversion to make this a 2-score game here for Coastal Carolina. Can Hoffman get in the end zone once again for 2 more points? He's back to pass, looking, fires to his running back, and not going to get in the end zone. Remains a 3-score game.
Edenfield maybe looking back at Hoffman saying, you put me in a bad position there. He got blown up on the sideline.
Coastal's going to kick it deep here. I feel like they're going to get another defensive stop. Kick is away for Coastal.
Yeah, interesting play call there, not doing the onside kick. But like you said, maybe they want to try and pin him deep as possible.
Gilgates returns it to around the 25. Georgetown has about 3 minutes to waste to ice this game, move on to 2-1. More importantly, 2-0 in their division, with I would say a dominating win over Coastal.
Yeah, absolutely. Both sides of the ball, right?
The receivers to the right side for for Georgetown. It's going to be a play action pass. Fires quickly. It's dropped by, I'm not sure who that was, but it's incomplete for Georgetown. 2nd and 10.
Georgetown players, maybe they're putting in some backups. I think it could be time to get some valuable experience in a regular season game. Get somebody else out there to see this last drive.
Yeah.
Not really at risk, in my opinion, of losing anything.
2nd and 10 for Georgetown now. It's going to be a handoff to Marino. Marino fights his way for 5 yards. Timeout Coastal, 3rd and 5 for Georgetown.
And maybe they are changing who's in the game, because that was Beaverman.
Oh,
it looked like who? I thought it was Marino myself, but Beaverman with the carry.
3rd and 5.
Braverman, excuse me.
3rd and 5 from the 28-yard line for Georgetown. They're 3 for 8 on the night. It's going to be a play action pass. Yosef launches down the field. He's got a man running.
Oh!
He's going to be getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgetown. And they're going to go back up 4 scores.
They go for 2 for the record.
Tie the scoring record. I don't know if Sugar's going to let them do that.
I don't know. His eyes could be getting
They
big.
are actually going for 2.
Here we go, boys.
To tie a scoring record, which is something I don't think many thought Georgetown would ever get close to, but here we are.
Yeah, here
It's
we
gonna
are.
be a
Indeed.
play action pass. Hasn't been wide open. Has actually 2. Doesn't throw to the now he does. It's going to be caught. And there's the record,
Wow.
or ties the record at 42.
And Abba Yosef saying, you know what? I can stand in the pocket too, and I can deliver a ball as well.
From the 5-yard line, returned by, not sure who that is, but he gets a nice return to the 40-yard line. Gavin Stokes, 34 yards.
And, I'm sure some of the fans are heading out early for Coastal, but once again, credit to those couple players, especially the wide receivers, just still playing tough, playing hard to the end.
First and 10 for Coastal Carolina. It's going to be I think that was a running back pass. Infield loses 5 yards, 2nd and 15.
Yeah, and just seeing whatever you can do. Another great play from the Georgetown defense in that front 3, front 6 players. Just always able to get pressure, it seems, with just those first couple players.
2nd and 15 for for Coastal Carolina at their own 35-yard line. It's going to be another. This is a running back pass. Enfield looking, going to fire. It's incomplete. Now 3rd and 15 for Coastal.
Yeah, and once again, just getting out the bag of tricks, seeing if anything is working for the team. Maybe just trying to get a morale booster.
3rd and 15 for Coastal. Hoffman under center with 2 minutes to go here. He's back to pass, looking down the field, going to throw, and it's almost intercepted. That was going to be the scoring record.
Yeah, it was, and I think we know why he was given the halfback pass, because he should not be trusting Hoffman anymore.
Coastal is going to give it the scoring record because they're going to go for 4th and 15, which I'm going to go yell at Gage if he lets Georgetown break my record.
Absolutely.
Devine Jr. in motion is going to be a flea flicker. Hoffman Trying to find
Get rid
something.
of it.
Launch down the field. It's going to be caught. First down to Georgetown. Or for Coastal Carolina, excuse me.
Going hurry up now for Coastal.
They're going hurry up. We got to cut this replay short.
But a really interesting play call on that 4th down and long.
Man in motion. Hoffman with the play action pass looking. Nothing coming up. Going to fire. To his running back. Oh, it's up again. Oh, my goodness.
This is edge of our seats here, boys. And this has been a blowout for a long time. But we are still locked in.
2nd and 10 from the 45. Hoffman plump fakes. Looking down the field. Fires. Caught. First down. Coastal at the 31-yard line. Taj Williams. 14 more yards.
And I can't be the only one that every time he throws it now, there's just a deep inhale of air where I'm so worried. But I want it to happen too.
From the 31 fire, it's going to be caught for another 7 yards. DJ Williams this time gets 7 yards. 2nd and 3 for Coastal.
Yeah, and I haven't seen DJ Williams all game, but able to spread the ball around.
Hoffman looking, going to get sacked, loses 8 yards. I think they called a timeout there. Been 18 to go, 3rd and 11 for Coastal.
Yeah, Coastal calling their timeout. You know, maybe once again trying to just get themselves ready for the next game, figuring out what works in certain situations like this.
3rd and 11, Hoffman back to pass looking. Oh, he's going to get it off, but he's going to lose a lot of yards. And Georgetown wants the record.
Hey, you know, I don't blame them at all, especially with the coordinators being there. You know, this is their first time to shine, getting a little bit of excitement in their step.
Williams in motion, 4th and 12. Play action pass, Hoffman looking, fires. Not going to be enough for a first down. Georgetown's got a minute left to try to break this record.
Yeah, let's see what they do. Oh man. Is it Abba? Let's see if do they still have Abba Yosef? Oh,
They do.
Still have him in.
3 receivers to the right side for Georgetown. Coastal playing off. Yosef back to pass, looking, fires over the middle. It's caught already near the 42-yard line.
He is getting whatever he wants.
1st and 10 for Georgetown. Yosef back to pass, pump fakes, launches out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
Stopping the clock there for Abba Yosef.
Second and 10 from their own 44-yard line. 58 seconds left to go. 2nd and 10. Yosef back to pass, looking, going to launch it down the field. Will this be the record? It will be. Caught, touchdown, Georgetown. 56 yards, Keel Gates.
Wow, what a cannon from Abba Yosef. He has definitely been putting himself.
And not only is Georgetown breaks the score record, but they want 50. They're going for 2.
It's a shame that we don't have Trigger on screen right now. I'm sure he's chewing away.
Oh, and he gets sacked, loses 8 yards. Score remains 48-16, but there's a new scoring record for the RFCL.
And deserved. They actually, you know, when you think about it, they could have had 2 pick sixes, right? It has been a thorough beat down in Conway.
First and 10 for Coastal, now down 32. This game got away with them very, very fast. Hoffman under center. Man in motion. It's going to be another flea flicker. Hoffman looking down the field. Launches down the field. Has a man running free. Toe taps out of bounds. Jaquain Deviney Jr. gets to Georgetown's 42.
Yeah, and a great read there and great pass. You know, had hoped that Deviney Jr. could have stayed in bounds there, but
Another flea flicker, and this time it does not work.
Yeah, and that looked like a big old Thad Herman was. You know what? Let's stop doing this now. Yeah, let's stop it. Just knock it off.
2nd and 16 for Coastal. 20 seconds to go from the 48-yard line. Hoffman back to pass, looking to get sacked again, loses another 8 yards. 3rd and 24. They're going to hurry up, trying to get one play off.
And coming into the game, you mentioned the turnovers and sacks for Georgetown just continuing to pile up.
Will they get one last play off? Yes, they will. Hoffman on the final play of the game fires a check down route. That'll do it. Marcus Ivier gets his first reception of the game. And that'll do it. Georgetown up 48-16, our final score. We're going to head to Coastal for Fossey interviews first.
Well, back to the drawing board. Like I said, we got 2 non-division games, so we'll be good.
Coach Gage,
What's going on?
a lot went wrong in the second half. What were your takeaways? I don't know. You tell me.
That's the question. I mean, to be honest with you, we know and we've shown it. Hoffman can sling it, but Hoffman can also be the worst quarterback in the league. And you may get the best on first down and then get the worst on second down. All in all, I think where we really hurt ourselves, if we are behind the sticks on second down, probably more than any team in the league, and dare I say the rest of the league combined, we probably have more second down attempts of 10 or more than the whole league combined. I don't know if any statistician out there wants to look that up, but I would dare say that's a factual statement. I think Gates just set the record for receiving yards in the game. Anyway, so I think that's ultimately where we're hurting ourselves. I was telling Martin we got 2 non-divisional games back-to-back coming up. So we should we're going to take a chance in lab and see if we can finish this season with back-to-back wins to close the year in division games and see if we can make a push to the playoffs.
Monarch.
No, I think that you guys had a really tough game here after the close first half. Was there anything in particular that you can try and take from this game going forward in your minds, maybe defensively, that you're trying to build on?
I'll let Martin speak on a little bit, but I think defensively we're all right. I mean, you can see here we got press corner. He gets beat. It's a touchdown. They scored 3 times against, I don't know if it was press or that dude was just faster than we are. Outside of that, I mean, Martin, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, they've got some real speed. They've got some real weapons on the outside. They burned us a couple times. Ultimately, honestly, it comes down to the defense was just on the field way too long, right? I mean, I won't speak offensively, but defensively, we were just on the field a lot. Really, really good first half, and then they were just able to open it up a little bit on our young secondary. So,
yeah.
All right, well, we're going to head over to Georgetown to see what they say. I'm sure this is going to be fun. I'll talk to y'all next week.
All right.
Good luck to y'all.
Appreciate it.
Let's get second touchdown.
All right, Georgetown. Didn't think I would ever say these words to you, but new scoring record in the RFCL. 48 points. How are we feeling?
We won in 50.
I could tell.
You play terrible offensively.
Of course, shut up. All right, anyway, Vicey, defensively, Hoffman, he was good and not good, and he just made some bad reads. The times he got hot, he seemed to burn you on some corner routes. What's your approach to try to, limit those?
Like I said, we adjusted. We saw what worked, didn't work really early, and adjusted to what they did, and got ourselves a team effort win. I would like to say that I contributed to 7 of those points, which is pretty cool.
Monarch.
Almost 14.
I call
Yeah, I
that
was gonna say,
14. It should have been 14.
Almost 14 points there. Bobby Boucher having a tremendous game. My question is for Coach Trigger, since he really wasn't able to be too much a part of the game. How does it feel seeing your coordinators just step up, step in, and just take it to the creator of the not the league, but the creator of the Discord and everything. How does that feel?
You want honest answer?
Oh yeah.
It feels like a Tuesday. What did everybody expect? The best staff in the league. It's a Tuesday night for us. This is normal. This is nothing new for me. I expected it. That's why I was so comfortable leaving. Engaging them, reschedule, which is fine. I was like, all right, I got the guys to do it. The best staff in the league, hands down. Everybody knows it now. Best defense, highest scoring offense in the history of RFCL now. It's Tuesday night for Georgetown. We're happy. We're good.
And going into the game, there were some questions about the identity of the offense. Coach Orpheus, how are you feeling after that performance? And especially, are you going to be using Abba Yosef in the same way that you did tonight?
That's the plan. Our biggest mistake was, again, starting Eves game 1.
Yeah, that was on me. That was my fault.
I've used Abba the same way that I've used Eves, so I just I'm just glad that we're finally picking up where we left off last season and able to show what this offense is really capable of. And Gates is finally showing off his speed with those 3 touchdowns off streaks.
All right. Well, we're going to head back to the booth to finish off the stream. We will see you all next week. Congrats on the win.
All right.
Congrats, boys.
All right, Monarch. Final takeaways from tonight.
I'm going to the game. I said it, and we both kind of agreed on it. I thought this was going to be a low-scoring affair, and it was not. But credit to both teams. The scoreboard, in my opinion, it got away from Coastal in the second half, primarily in the fourth quarter there, and that's going to happen, especially with that bend don't break style defense. I think Coach Martin hit on the head. They were just on the field way too long, and that's not a fault to the offense or anything, but the amount of turnovers, the amount of times that they were in that second and long and third and long situation, put them behind the ball a lot, and with that sort of situation going on, you're not going to be successful too often. So hopefully they can figure it out going forward.
It'll be interesting to see what Coastal. They found some success tonight. It's just how can they sustain that through a whole game. So with that, we've still got 2 more games this week. On Thursday at 7, UCO and NDSU kick off in the nightcap. Probably the best game of the week. Number 4, App State takes on number 5, Miami at 8:30 on Thursday. We will see you all then. Thank you all for watching. And, see you Thursday.